this year, it's going to have any materials. Maybe I should put my mic down. Camo's asking me if I have any materials. I do not keep materials on me. There are a few materials that I do. If they're not specific to a profession, like pearls, then I would hold on to those and distribute them as needed. But for solid stone, you have to ping at miner or maybe at blacksmith on Discord. And all of our guild bankers and our blacksmithing officer would have those roles. So if you need any profession-specific materials, or if you want something crafted by a profession, please ping those roles on Discord. And that's how you get that stuff. Might have a relatively short stream today. I'm just planning to get through my mail on Bavin. We'll see if we've got time for Condor Farming later. Depending on how long Bavin's mail takes, we'll see. Hello, Terry. How's it going? Some exciting news. We are working on level 60 ZG 20-man raid. Looks like we got 15 people signed up, plus one on bench. Scheduled for this Saturday at 7:15 p.m. server time. That'll be exciting to see. I'm not sure exactly what their expectations are for gear requirements. I might ask for some clarification on that. I've got a level 60 warrior that might be ready to get in there, but we'll see. Either way, I will try to get online to stream that. Thank you, Loopy. Solid stone. Some gauntlets, very nice. Ure, thank you for your meat. Gonna vendor that fish. You know, I see raptor hide all the time. I don't remember what that's for. Let's look that up real quick. Raptor hide. Region 4. Oh, the barbaric bracers. That's right. Some strength and stamina gear. The barbaric bracers are probably the main use, even though it's only one each. Those belts might be useful too, just for the strength. I don't like straight stamina gear most of the time. I'm gonna hop into voice chat. If anyone wants to join in and ask any questions, please feel free. It's the Bloodstreams chat channel. If you don't have access to it, go into channels and roles at the top of the server. Scroll down to optional roles and select Bloodstreams. Bloodstreams will give you access to that channel, also to a text channel where I post my streams, and it will give you notifications whenever I post one. Alright, back to the mailbox. Blazeworth, thank you for the cloth. Always love wool cloth. Always love linen cloth. Always love cloth at all levels. More linen. Couple of small bags. Thank you, Dental. Some
Hello.
boiled clams. Hello, how's it going?
It goes.
What's going on, Kiki?
Oh, I did some Holy Bimbo helped me out. Got some stuff. Now back up to level 20.
Sweet, grats. Oh, you're in the leaves, right?
Yes.
Grats. Druid, level 20. That's a huge level. You go in cat form.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Feline swiftness. Is that available by 20?
Yeah. First point is.
Nice. Let's see. Feral druid. Assuming you're starting with ferocity, right? Get that faster claws. Feral instinct. And feline swiftness. When you got both points in it, that is 30% movement speed in cat form.
Oh
Absolutely
yeah. No,
overpowered.
it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Did you go straight for that, or are you respecing?
No, that's what I've. No, I'm following a guide, and it's feral aggression,
Mm.
and then feral instincts, and then well, they don't recommend feline swiftness, but I'm definitely taking it at least until I get cheetah form, right?
Kind of sounds like you're focusing on bear tanking, which is sweet.
well, well, it's not really because
No,
it lessens the cost for all of your attacks and any feral
that's
form.
that's ferocity, right? Just what I'm looking at here. Anyways, feline
Oh, it's
swiftness is really
yeah,
the important one.
yeah.
I've seen a lot of guides. I've seen a lot of guides recommend that you start in balance and just spam wrath using improved wrath, and then respec when you hit 20 and get cat form.
Mm, yeah.
I usually don't bother with that though. Playing as a bear or whatever is super fun. Sarona's sending in Scorpid scales. Scorpid scales are huge. We always need tons of those. If anybody's ever around Tanaris, please kill those Scorpids and skin them for me. Wool bandages, those are going to get vendored. Some good crafted shoulders. Mackler sent in some solid stone. Solid stone is huge. Good low level mats from Zarf. And Phineas. Phineas has been killing it with all the ores and stuff lately.
So for the donations, are you looking more for materials or like low-level greens? Do they help or are they more of a hindrance to sort?
Nah, both are huge.
Welcome to my
Okay.
inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Mats themselves tend to be more valuable
Safe
than the
travels.
crafted items that you can make from them. Largely because people are always power leveling their professions. Even though, in my opinion, most people shouldn't be crafting while leveling. But a lot of people do, and they do that over and over because they keep dying. Random
Yeah,
greens are always
this is
useful.
like my
Yeah.
sixth time through.
Yeah, random greens are always useful. They're just going to get distributed to guildies who are the appropriate class and level and are active. Like if they've been inactive for a while, then they probably won't get anything. But yeah, any active guildies will get all this random greens distributed to them.
Cool.
Also, quest items. Sweetux is donating a bunch of stuff from. Look at those ores from Ungoro. The crystals, the dirt you can find on the ground there. All of that is useful. Any quest items that are tradable will go on the leveling kit, essentially. Oh, Hidden Gary's donating a crap ton of leather. Oh, look at all this. Oh, that's huge. Thank you, Gary. Awesome work. Miner's also working on some leather. Gore Tusk livers. Gore Tusk livers are huge. You said you're level 20. At level 20 to 24, condors. Have you seen the Condor farm?
Oh yeah, I'm about to move into Red Ridge.
Sweet.
Start that.
Yeah, I've been farming condors to death lately on Lose. They are 20 points of rep each. So that's
I've been
equivalent.
watching.
Yeah, equivalent to donating 2 gold worth of materials. Far and away the best low-level farm. Gold Iron Destroyer. Level 29 mace. You can get it from blacksmithing. That is on the leveling kit for druids. Got plus 11 strength, plus 4 stamina, so you got that to look forward to. Pretty cool looking mace too. All shiny and gold.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Helpy, thank you for your pages. Good Stranglethorn mats. Animal parts. Enchant gloves for skinning. Crisp spider meat. Spider ichor. Venom sacs. Gunchick's been farming a lot of spiders, it looks like. And sent in some potions too. Very cool. Lesser healing potions are useful. The only ones that aren't very useful are minor healing potions. Because the lesser healing potions you can use as early as level 3. We don't really have a use between level 1 and 2 for minor healing potions. I'll usually just vendor those. People rarely even get to a mailbox by level 2. Although some people do. You can absolutely run to a mailbox at level 1. And then just hearth back once you've got your leveling kit stuff. That's what I'll do. I'll often make a character, run it to a mailbox, and then hello, evil. And then hearth back, maybe after a couple of days, once my supplies have started coming in. D'Artagnan's complaining about fist weapons in chat, and honestly, I agree. I wish there were better options for fist weapons. There are like 2 decent options while you level. That's it. Zirkel's sending in a bunch of ores, herbs.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Just a smattering
Farewell.
of random bits from different zones, it looks like. All good stuff. Grom's blood is some of the most valuable stuff in here, I think. Blindweed is good too. Grom's blood is for high-level strength potions and stuff. Scope from Winston, probably a return from the leveling kit. Scrolls, potions, strangle kelp. That's a lot of strangle kelp. And some more potions from Gunchick. Thank you, Gunchick. Bunch of cloth from Winston. Love all that mage weave. It's what, 4 or 5 mage weave to make a bolt? That's a lot of mage weave right there. Gunchick's working on turtle meat. Turtle meat's always super useful. We use that primarily for the quest handouts. Yire sending in some a pearl. Thank you for the cloth, Loopy. Yire, more meat. Love lion meat. Lion meat's one of those rare meats that you can eat 5 levels early. If you cook it up right, there's a recipe that you can make from that you can't eat 5 levels early. And so if you do it that way, it's kind of a waste of valuable rare meat. Definitely a mistake I've made before, though, unfortunately. Target acquired. Thank you for all the meats. Shadow Gem. Shadow Wand. Shadow Wand, I think, is venerable. Or disenchantable. Unfortunately, the case for almost all low-level wands that the enchanting wands are simply superior. Target acquired. Thanks for all the random mats. Yure. Nice meats. Nice wand. No, not a wand. Staff. 11 intellect. Solid staff. Emmy, thank you for the leathers. Oily blackmouths are always good for water breathing. Evil, nice potions. Major healing potion, superior, greater, all over the spectrum. More potions. Awesome. Gotta make some space. Love all those potions. Ooh, Denial has been doing some blacksmithing. Made by Denial. Thank you for the malls. I'm sure we'll put those to good use. Silver-plated shotgun. Made by Bromir. Looks like you're doing some crafting. Bixie's sending in stuff from Westfall, looks like. I've been trying to guess where items are coming from when possible. It's not always possible. Like Emmy's sending in a bunch of hides and leathers. That could be from anywhere that has animals. Sometimes it's obvious, like the Green Hills pages come from Stranglethorn. Rumsy Rum comes only from fishing, I believe. Oh, and Miz has been working on Darkshore groupers. Always need Darkshore groupers for the quest handouts. Rumsy Rum Dark, fished from. Yeah, that's the only place it'll come from. Fishing is super, super valuable, but I personally just never have the patience for it. I always skip over it. Very nice and hardcore, though, to have a safe source of income, of supplies, especially if you want to alchemize it all, or even get potions made from the bank. Flare, thank you for the bags. Those are cool. Zarv, thank you for the light leather. Farming boars, it looks like. Nice little axe. Bear meat's cool. That's on the leveling kit. Crystalline Clear says, hey, your blood, just stopping in to say hello. Is that you, Vixenator? It's me, Clear. I ask just because you have Clear in the name. Ooh, nice enchanted bracers. +5 int. Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. Good pieces from Snowshoe. Tiger meat is just a basic meat, but it's very efficient because you can make 2 meals from 1 meat. Rig is sending in a bunch of random materials. Murloc scales, buzzard wings, Rethman ore. Looks like it's from multiple zones, including the Redridge goulash recipe. Rethman ore is from Redridge only, but you can't get buzzard wings there. So that's got to be from multiple spots. Belnewel, thank you for the raptor hides in the pages. Ooh, what's Ziracle got? Is that the one from Nomer? Nice. This healing cape is indeed a good flask set item. Good healing power. This reactivator is also a very fun looking helmet. Seen that a couple of times lately. Vi recently got it in Nomer. Thank you, Teddy, for your vulture meat. Gore-Tusk snouts. Good stuff from Westfall. More Green Hills pages from Ben Delicious. Ooh, frost gear from Buster. Are you crafting that? Crafted by Buster. Thanks, Buster. I got some of those for Luz on the leveling kit. I don't know if I got that item specifically, but I ended up returning it because Luz is not using frost power. The leveling kit kind of assumes that all mages are frost because that's kind of the standard. Bun Buns is sending in some herbs and some a minor healing potion, which again is going to get vendored because there's just no real use for that. You can use it to level up your alchemy, but if you're leveling alchemy, you're going to craft those to begin with. So yeah, really no good use for those. Alvarni, thank you for the armor kits. Always useful. Burn Evil, Torn Bear Pelt. Torn Bear Pelt is for the Dark Moon Fair, if I remember right. Big bear meat is good. Nice little scroll. Let's vendor some stuff. Oh, the Midsummer Festival is over, so there's no longer a big fat brazier in my way on the way to Allison. That's nice. That's convenient.
Well, welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you? Light bless you.
There were those festive mugs available past couple days for the holiday. Kiki, did you get your mug for the slow fall?
No.
No? Oh, it's nice. It'll last. It's a infinite mug basically. And you can get more than one? I know it's possible for it to run out. I don't know exactly how the mechanics work, but if you don't spam it too much, and you log out, I think it'll refill or something. So you can keep it around all year. There will be another chance at New Year's. Ooh, Speed Steel Rapier. That's a very nice sword, especially for a rogue. Cool looking little sword, too. Let's check that out. $35 gold for a Speed Steel Rapier. And I don't have any in the bank. The last one I got sold. So let's post that. Go to 31 to 40 gear. And it is now posted for sale. Thank you, Miniature Mage. Thim's asking about a Dark Phantom cape. I guess I've never seen that. That's a really nice looking cape. Let's see. Looking at JP Worgen. Sells for up to 30 gold. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong item. It hadn't loaded yet. Up to 50 gold. Let's zoom in some. Yeah, I would straight up call that 50 gold. Very nice cape. Sweet rogue gear. Maybe better suited for a hunter, just because of the spirit. Bexy, thank you for the cloth. Mana potions, earth root, good stuff. Buster's returning some bracers. Yep, stamina enchanted. Those are cool. And turning in some cloth. Thank you, Buster. Snowfort. Crisp spider meat for quest handouts. Buster, more potions. Spider Ricker. Good stuff. Burn Evil, thank you for the bandages. And some spider bits. All those spider bits are great for quest handouts. Lose. Lose is turning in light feathers, small eggs. Must have been killing some birds. I wonder which birds. Oh, there we go. Condors. Got some good herbs too. Sorona, a pattern, bunch of skins. Thank you for all the skins, Sorona. Wonder where you got this mystery meat from. I can't tell what you've been skinning. It usually comes from like scorpions and basilisks, but I didn't see any particular scales. I don't even know where you would get scorpions or basilisks, along with light leather. Not on the lion side. I don't know. True silver. Good work, Sweetie Fox. Nice elixirs of fortitude. Those are awesome. Ziracle, thank you for the ores. Silver ore, gold ore. Uh-oh. This looks like a negative reputation donation. Shiny fish scales, fish oil, clam meat.
Help you. Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Dragon Keeper, thank you for the venom sac. Large Sephorium charge, turtle meat. Flare, thank you for the meat. That's good meat. That'll fill some bellies. Zesty clam meat is probably vendorable, used for that cooking quest, and that's about it. Havoc, thank you for the Westfall quest items. Cragboar ribs. Cragboar ribs are always useful. If anybody's hanging out in Dunmoreau, cragboars are always a solid farm to get an extra couple levels before you move on somewhere else. Of course, if you travel a lot, there's always an abundance of quests. But there's nothing wrong with some mob farming. Good Matsasoro, thank you. Supers sending in leather scraps. Thank you for the skins. Good mats from Flare. Iron ore, heavy stone. Good herbs. Potions too. Quincy, thank you for the pages. Newbie. Elemental Earth. Elemental Earth is super useful, especially for some high-level consumables. You can see your shoulders are often some of the only gray items that are worthwhile. Everybody loves to get their first pair of shoulders. Nice little healing cape. There are those enchanted bracers. A lot of good stuff. I've got a bunch of elemental earth in the bank also. Yeah, I often don't get the opportunity to reply to mail because I hit the mail cap. And if I'm replying to random guildies, that will prevent me from being able to mail to bank alts, which is more important for Bavin. I try to read the mail that comes in, but there's just a lot to get through. And a lot of people send in mails with one word in the body, so it fills up my mailbox. You know, a lot of people ask me, what's this '07 thing that you keep saying? It's just a little saluting guy. I think it's kind of a old school gamer emoji. You get discounts on bank gear. You can reserve gear in dungeon runs. Oh, Camo was just asking in chat also, what does donating do for the person donating? And I just explained that here. So yeah, you get discounts on bank gear, 10% off for every reputation level that you have. In dungeons, we have a reservation system. Let me pull that up. It gets posted in this dungeon reports channel. Sandy Arley earned a gear reservation. Sindrith earned a gear reservation. And there's a sticky comment that explains, if you rack up 1,000 points of rep, you get a gear reservation. This is primarily intended for high-level runs like raids or level 65 mans, but you can use it in, say, Dead Mines if you want to. Anybody who's not a guildie can veto a reservation, or even self-found guildies can, because they're not really part of the whole donation program. But we would expect guildies who are benefiting from guild programs to please respect reservations and let people get the gear that they need, because they're putting in hard work to grind materials for the guild. Mention it at the start of the dungeon run in party chat, which items you want to reserve. 2 reservations max per run. And then please come and report it in this channel so we can delete the reservation when it's done. Pretty straightforward system, I think. Just if you rack up enough guild reputation, you can get a sweet reservation. Also, there is, of course, this scoreboard. If you go into donor program here, it talks about all the pro tier bonuses and stuff. There's a link to DH reputation. It shows the tiers, the discounts you get, the pro tier characters that you get. You can also get pro tier characters if you're double gathering. If you're double gathering, you get pro tier without having to have reputation. See reputation rankings. All-time top contributors. We have 14 people in the guild who are exalted. This is very rare. This has been going on for a couple of years now, and only 14 people have ever reached exalted. You can always go into the server guide. It's up here at the top of the Discord. And it has a whole overview, how to get started, overview of guild programs, the donor program, how the Dungeoneer system works, general advice, all the guild ranks, and the list of all the Discord channels on the server. This server guide is an excellent resource for figuring everything out in the guild, so I would start there. Thank you for the question, Camo. Was that you also, Winston, in guild chat? You were asking the same thing? Or was that just a coincidence? Newbie's sending in good mats. Barbecued buzzard wings are good for the quest. There's a quest where you have to use these to lure a giant. Gold ore. Great materials. Pangean, thank you for the murloc fins and all the cloth. Thank you for genociding those murlocs for us. Loopy, thank you for the troll's blood potions. Those are cool. And some good gear. Boots of the Whale. Of the Whale is probably my least favorite affix, but that's alright. That's still appreciated. Thank you. Darren Jerry, thank you for the buzzard wings. Bits and Bobs. That's some decent gear. Bun Bun, sending in some potions. Those will be vendored. But thank you for the herbs. That small green pouch will also be vendored. We unfortunately just... Ooh, look at this! A Bankleos. Here's a wee bit of gold. Azaleos in Discord. Let me make sure that you're gonna get credited for this. Bankleos. Yeah, I did not have your bank alt listed, but now it is. 200 gold. Thank you, Azaleos. I was just asking for some help with funds the other day. Most of my income is through the bank gear sales, and I use this money for chrono boons for the guild, for tabards for the guild, for the 3 gold handouts for joining Discord, and of course for the mount funding. I think I spend more gold on tabards than I do on mount funding, but obviously that 90 gold every once in a while is a huge expense. So this is going to help out significantly. Thank you so much, Azaleos. Thank you for the potions, Mixnatchy. Wow! Sanierly, thank you for the 25 gold. That's incredibly helpful. It is 10 points of guild reputation for every gold that's donated. So that was 250 points of rep for Sanierly and 2,000 points of rep for Azaleos. Thank you, Gygax. Love those shoulders. Great starter shoulders for the leveling kit. Gromir, thank you for returning your gear. I always appreciate it when people recycle their gear. We have a bunch of items that come in for the leveling kit and typically get enchanted. You can't enchant shoulders, but you can enchant bracers. So we try to use these as heirlooms. So yeah, if you have gear that does not bind on equip, please return it to Bavin when you're done, so we can recycle it for the rest of the guild. Thank you, Sweetie Fox. Good pearls. Winston, thank you for the STV pages. Rorobero, thank you for the shoulders and the mana potions. That's all good stuff. Lakey looks like he's been farming black whelps in Redridge. Those scales have some good uses. Flint and Tinder, that's probably just going to be vendored. Gumbo, omelet, coyote steak, thank you for cooking for us. Robero, deep run rat kebabs, those will be vendored. Good copper ore. Westfall stew can be vendored. Bunch of good mats though, thank you. A Robbie Bank here is camo.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I sometimes get people asking to trade me
With
items,
honor, friend.
but you can't get reputation that way because then it doesn't go through my add-on. My add-on needs to register it through the mail. Whoops. Having trouble picking up my donation box. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Camo. Hey, Deeves. Deeves says you're about 15 minutes behind. Are you rewinding on the stream? Oh no, I can't. I really can't pick up this window anymore. I'm gonna have to reload my UI. There we go. Ooh, Vaughn's online. Always good to see Vaughn. Vaughn is an old legend on the server from early days of Death Happens. He takes a hiatus once in a while for several months at a time sometimes, but it's always great to see him come back. He does a lot of extremely valuable Devil Sword farming for the guild. Nobody's ever short on Devil Sword when Vaughn's around. And he's always just offering to help people with their quests or whatever they need to. Daggerwind, thank you for all the potions. Tough Scorpid Bracers. Love to see those. That's one of the reasons why we always need Scorpid scales to make these bracers. Agility and Spirit, male, perfect for a hunter starting with male at level 40. Deadly Blunderbuss, thank you Bromir. Got it scoped too, very nice. Dragon Keeper, Zesty Clam Meat. I think this is all going to be vendored, except for that Green Hills page. Thank you, Dragon Keeper.
Oh, welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Zesty Clam Meat. Just doesn't have many uses. Most of the time I'll send it to DH Cook, because it does have some uses, but not as much as we get in. Minor defense potions. Those are nice. Gore-Tusk livers. Always need Gore-Tusk livers. You need 8 of those for the quest. So we go through a ton of those. Adonis. Oh no. Fish oil. Shiny fish scales. Oh, please just vendor those. They smell so bad. Gemmed copper gauntlets. That's a vendorable plant. It just drops really frequently.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Any gear worth vendoring? Sometimes stamina spirit gear I'll vendor. Because we just don't really need of the whale affixes. It just doesn't have much value. Buns, thank you for the earth root. And all the other herbs. Sweetie Fox? Now, of the tiger. Now there's an affix that's worth keeping. Tribal Warg Helm is pretty cool. Bunch of bandages, thank you, Sweetie Fox. Bikini Slayer, thank you for your skins. Mana potions. Good random greens. Murloc scales, Strider meat. Thank you, thank you. DH Gear, thank you for the tabard. DH Gear is this guy. This is Solarica. He runs the gear handouts along with the Stranglethorn page handouts and a number of other guild services. DH Gear is probably our most senior member in the guild, except perhaps for myself. Mendril, thank you for the potions. Love those wisdom elixirs. Zirkle, thank you for more leftover engineering materials. Silver ore is always good. The ore is much more valuable than the bars for silver and gold, because you can use those for skilling up your mining by smelting them. Wow, look at all these gems and ores. Thank you, Zirkle. Pearls, too? Now that's a haul. Just a bunch of shiny rocks. Feels like I'm opening a treasure chest here. Flare, Hollow Fang Blade. That's pretty cool looking. Almost looks like a slice of watermelon. Nice dagger. I'd put that on a rogue. Bunch of other good items too. Bikini Slayer, thank you for all the animal parts. Eggs, leather. I'm gonna guess this is all from Westfall just because of the flask of oil. No, raptor egg. You can't get raptor eggs in Westfall. Where'd you get raptor eggs from? Starting wetlands, maybe? Zirkle, thank you for more shiny stuff. Good wool, too. Buster, thank you for your ores. Scroll, herbs. Bun Buns, thank you for the potion. Just gonna get a couple of coppers out of that. It's still appreciated. Ooh, Makoro. Thank you for the mithril. Terry asks, so was this guild started when hardcore began, or was it a holdover from a different server? Great question. We are almost as old as Skull Rock. Skull Rock is not as old as hardcore, but it is as old as official hardcore, because hardcore started as an add-on. But yeah, it was one of the first hardcore servers to release, so the only hardcore servers that weren't in the initial batch were the anniversary servers, like Doomhowl. So Doomhowl is a younger server, but Skull Rock is one of those first official hardcore servers. And we started just a few months after Skull Rock began. We used to be in a separate guild called Risky Business. And then Season of Discovery launched. Season of Discovery launched. So 12/12, December 12th in 2023 was when Death Happens started. We began, so we're turning 3 this year. The guild leader from Risky Business left for Season of Discovery. A bunch of other people left for Season of Discovery, and that was one of Skull Rock's first big population dips. So we decided, there were just a bunch of us who were friendly and hanging out in Risky Business. We decided, hey, let's go start our own guild. Adwoyd was the original guild master at the time. He had formed a group of friends largely due to trauma bonding from Black Fathom Depths 4-candle pull. You know those candles that you have to pop after the orc boss? And they spawn waves of animal mobs on you and water elementals. Somebody popped all 4 candles at once, and there was a full group wipe. And Adwoyd was like, I'm going to make a tank, and I'm going to run groups, and I'm going to make sure this never happens again. And that's largely what the core group of Death Happens was founded around. Terry says, I started on Horde, Orc Hunter, when the first Skull Rock Hardcore first officially opened up. Nice. Yeah, I had a number of Horde characters too. I was bouncing around through a bunch of different guilds. I was on basically every character that I made started in a new guild, just trying out different communities. There was a guild called Squirtle Squad that I was in. I was a charter member on that too. When Death Happens started, I was one of the first names to sign the guild charter, so I was one of those first 10 people in the guild. So I was given officer rank immediately, and ended up building a pretty good friendship with Adwoyd. And then at one point there was a little bit of drama. Adwoyd stopped playing. So somebody needed to step up and be the new guild master. So I was like, okay, I just want to make sure the guild's in good hands. Want to make sure we protect and preserve this community. So I started feeling a little bit more responsibility for the community itself and wanted to make sure the bank was being managed and things. So I started working on Bavin. Bavin was my own bank alt at the time. And the way I played was I would come back to town, clear out my bags by sending everything down to Bavin. Then later on, Bavin would organize it and distribute things to my other alts that needed items, or sell stuff on the auction house or whatever was needed. And then one day I was like, okay, other people should be able to benefit from Bavin also. So I started putting together a leveling kit spreadsheet. These days it's run in a Python program, but it started as just a big spreadsheet of items that people could use at different levels. Terry says, we all appreciate everything you continue to do for the guild. Yeah, I'm really glad it's appreciated. I'm glad people are still around taking advantage of these services and stuff. We're a really unique guild. No guild has ever had programs like this, not that I've ever heard of, and I developed them myself. They've been slowly put together over the past couple of years. Been running this leveling kit service for probably 2 years now. I think I started as guildmaster around October, so a little less than 2 years, but almost. And I just love this community. Everybody's so friendly and helpful all the time. Um, that's what I play for now. I don't play for myself. I don't have my own character goals. I'm just here to build up the guild as much as I can. Because I absolutely love everybody here. Just chilling and playing the game together and constantly helping each other out and keeping a positive vibe. It's super fun. I've never known a guild like this, even before I took it over. The core group of officers has always just been a bunch of high level characters um, who reached their own goals. They reached level 60. They got the items and mounts that they were looking for, and they were like, okay, now I'm gonna stick around and pay it forward and keep helping the community. And people who haven't reached their goals yet, I'm gonna help build them up. And so that's always been the core of our community. Send my gold out to a different alt. Vaughn's here asking me about rugged leather. Normally I tell people to ping on Discord, but Vaughn is a special case, so I'm going to go ahead and ping for him. Just went and pinged the @Skinner role. That's how you get materials. Bikini Slayer, thank you for the tender crocolisk meat. I think that's also one of those rare meats. He says, I hope so, otherwise it's a bad day for those Yetis. That's his normal farm. Yetis are skinnable humanoids, which is a pretty fun double whammy because you can get good gear and stuff off of humanoids. Thank you again, Bikini Slayer, for all that meat. Mia Bet for the cloth. Loopy Drew, nice little lockbox. Send that out for lockpicking. Evil, nice leather. Look at all that. Thank you, Evil. Bunch of thick leather. Excellent work. Quincy, thank you for the spider legs. Ooh, ooh, I like this. That's a big ol' axe. The Colossal Great Axe, my warrior is level 60 but still has one in his bags. It's just, look at that speed, 3.8 speed, that's almost a 4-second swing speed. It hits for almost 200 damage. Even though it's a green piece of gear, it's one of the best weapons I've found. And look at the stats of the Tiger. This is an incredible axe. I love this thing. You want that big weapon, max damage for big old cleaves and whirlwinds. Love this axe. That thing is awesome. Looks cool too. Terry says I have that on my 60 orc hunter. Nice. Hunters are great too because when you get into melee, that big hit in a slow swing, um, it is just fantastic. You pop off one big swing, and then you can not hamstring. What do they have? What's the ability? Wing clip. Wing clip them, and then run away. Spend 4 seconds kiting them away, and then either shoot them or run back into melee and swing again. I end up using melee swings a lot on Hunter, and just having a big slow swing that you can. It's an absolute beast. Yeah, absolutely. Um, the slow swing you can take advantage of also if you have your pet on a second mob and you're meleeing one mob. You melee your mob, get your swing off, then you got 4 seconds to shoot the mob that your pet is targeting, and then you come back and swing again. There's a great melee weave macro for this that I've posted on Discord. So you don't even have to change targets. Just target the ranged mob, keep shooting them, and then between shots, pop your macro, and it'll do a swing on the mob in front of you. Man, I would love to put that on a hunter. Maybe strength isn't the right stat for a hunter, but it's not that bad either. Especially if you swap to it when you're going to use it in melee. Antivenoms, thank you, Lion. Meadowlark. Attack power mace, that's nice. These breeches are nice too. I might snag these for lose for a spirit set. I love building spirit sets on casters. Oops, I hit my mail cow. Lose might not get those. That's fine too. Burn Evil. Good random items. Thank you, Burn. Flare. Thank you for the ore and herbs. Elemental Water. Elemental Water is great for making those swim speed belts. Thank you. Thank you, Flare. Demon Plagueis. Good items here. Fangs. Wastewater water pouches for the leveling kit handouts. Ooh, look at that hammer. It's a cool looking little hammer. Thank you, Darren Jeria. Back to Plagueis' mail that got interrupted. Let's see. That's good. Demon Plagueis, more stuff. Tyrant's Gauntlets, those are awesome. Bunch of good leather too, thank you. Havoc, thank you. Jesse James, thank you for the bracers. Let me see if I can send this out and hang on to that spirit gear. Oh, there it is. It didn't even go in. Awesome. Bracers from Jesse James, thank you. Krenex, thank you for the packs. Cool little hatchet. Jesse James, thank you for those. Vulture Meat for the quests. Hidden Gary, that looks like a lot of good stuff. Nice mantle. Ooh. Ooh. I feel like Luz could also use this. I try not to abuse my privilege of having access to the entire guild bank, but sometimes I do need to take a little bit of gear for Luz.
It's good to be the king.
Gygax, thank you for all those mats. Good ores. Good potions. Hardcore Tanks, thank you for the bandages. Those are cool. Elixir of Water Breathing from Loopy came in also. Luz is sending in some good mats. Thank you for the eggs. Luz. Camo says, extra taxes, I hear ya. Hey, I'm doing my farming for the guild bank too, you know? I get my supplies from the leveling kit just like everybody else. And I am constantly putting all of my own money into this, the mount funding program and everything. Gygax, thank you for all the ores. Those are cool. That staff's just going to get vendored. But it's not a bad staff. That might actually be useful for a low-level druid who needs that bonk power. But we don't get it in reliably enough to put it on the leveling kit or anything. Hardcore Tanks. Good items, thank you. Let's vendor some stuff.
Greetings. Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
Terry says, gotta run blood. Thanks again for the stream. No problem. Thank you for watching. Hardcore Tanks. Thank you for all the cloth. Green Hills pages are huge too. Good stack of them. Aaron. Ooh, that's a nice Zweihander. Look at that thing. 18 attack power? That is sweet. Blood ring. Love blood rings. Because obviously I am blood. So I always love to have a ring named after myself. Man, that is one sexy sword. I love that thing. I wish I could use that. But I do not have a warrior in that level range. Hardcore, more cloth. Thank you for all the silk. Silver swears. Look at all those scrolls. You've been storing these in your bank? It's a lot of scrolls. Those are super cool. Thank you. Or have you just been farming? Bunch of Westfall mats, Red Ridge mats. Thank you, thank you. Linen bandages that you weren't going to use. You can just vendor these. I'm going to vendor them. Zarf, thank you for the hops. Zarf, thank you for the okra and the oil. Gygax, cool cloak. Thank you for returning that. Made by some mystery person, probably long dead. Daquandre, thank you for all the cloth. Spellbinder pants. opaque wand, and that is the last of the mail. Alright, unfortunately I do not have time to do Condor Farming today as much as I would like to. So I'm going to call the stream here. Thank you everybody for participating. I hope this was educational. Hope you appreciated a little bit of background on the guild. I should be back online tomorrow. Maybe be able to do more farming then. Please feel free to drop in and ask any last minute questions while I set up this guild roster. Anybody? Well, thank you everybody for watching and participating. Always good to see engagement on the stream. Always happy to answer questions and stuff, and it's a lot easier over voice chat often, and I can share my screen and show how things work in Discord. Camo asks, you check mail every day? Yeah, I try to. Sometimes I go a day or so without, if real life catches up to me and I need a little bit of time. One time I took a vacation and came back after like a week, and man, that took me a few days to catch up on the mail, especially with that mail cap. You can only send out so much before the game starts limiting you. But yeah, I try to keep up on it every day. And when I do, I run the script, the Discord bot, which will update all of the reputation rankings and put in the leveling supply orders and stuff. But yeah, I try to keep up on it every day as much as I can. And I only recently started streaming my mail checks, but I'm going to try and keep doing that every time I open the mail now, especially since we've been getting some good donations. Like that 200 gold donation was from Azaleos was incredible. I would hate to open that off stream. I think that deserves a little bit of recognition. All right, well, once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate the participation. Stay safe out there, everybody. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.